3 years after a devastating earthquake on January 12, 2010, left as many as 250,000 people dead and 1.5 million people homeless, the people of Port-au-Prince, Haiti are struggling to return to some sense of normalcy. The Cellino neighborhood of Port-au-Prince is considered part of what's known as a red zone. It's an area where few non-governmental organizations operate, an area, in fact, where few police or government officials are welcome. But Catholic Relief Services has been one of the only agencies that operate in the community, helping in reconstruction, helping in providing sanitation, and working to create new job opportunities and restore small business people in the community, like this young woman who runs a small grocery store. Her biggest complaint is there's just no jobs since the earthquake, and her business is not returning to normal, even if some people are being returned to what passes for new homes in Cellino. Like a lot of poor neighborhoods in Port-au-Prince, Cellino never really had a lot of recreational capacity. This one-time soccer field had been converted into an emergency shelter immediately after the earthquake. The challenge now is to return it back to its original condition. I spoke with Catholic Relief Services' David Alexi.
David, can you tell us where we are and what you hope to see here in the near future on this site?
This site was occupied by many thousand people after the earthquake.
679 families.
Yes, and but families, but that multiply that by many numbers of thousands of people. CRS managed to get everybody out by subsidize the housing to go away. But the sites, you know, as in the center of the
They were here They were here almost 3 years, though.
Almost
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
So the result was this one-time soccer field is now just a rubble-strewn. This is all rubble from when the people kind of built semi houses.
Well, not semi houses. They were on the tent.
They're on the tent.
What you see was on the tent.
Okay. There's a lot of concrete here, though.
A lot of concrete. This is concrete here. They build up, you know, to shave away the water so they can stay inside the tent. Okay.
So now the job is to return this to.
The job is to return that to a soccer field, to a soccer field, basketball and baseball and community hall. All these things we need to do it.
So you foresee that how long do you think it's going to take to build all that here?
This project could take about a year, but with no financing, it could take years or never happen.
Never happen. And if it's not done, what does that mean for this community?
Well, the community actually have nothing in this area. This is where they used to play soccer, where they used to play basketballs, baseball, and volleyball.
And the children still play here, but
they still play here, but you can see they cannot animate anything for the entire community.
So this was a recreation facility, became a transitional shelter for thousands of people for 2.5 years. And your next challenge is turning this back into something the whole community can use.
Yes, but my biggest challenge is find a donor that can come up with the money to help us do this. We would love to do it tomorrow, but we don't have the money yet to do it.
Around Port-au-Prince, more than 360,000 people are still living in the emergency communities, encampments, and tent cities that grew up in the immediate aftermath of the earthquake in January 2010. There are some 500 such communities scattered throughout the city. Conditions at many of them remain quite difficult. This particular camp in Caradu has benefited, however, over the years by the assistance of Catholic Relief Services, which has helped improve the sanitation, dug some latrines, put in water collection sites, and has managed to organize and maintain garbage disposal, something you don't see at some of the other camps where garbage can pile up in any sort of odd place, choking canals and gullies. And you also don't see here some of the nasty sewage runoff that you'll find at some of the tent cities and poorer communities in Port-au-Prince. CRS even had the opportunity to build a small schoolhouse for the children here of this community. Prior to that, they'd been taking classes in a collection of donated buses from the Dominican Republic, which was, I guess, a kind donation, but During the summer, the buses heated up so extremely that the kids frequently had to cancel, the classes had to be canceled, and parents were reluctant to send their children because of the difficulties and the conditions in the classrooms. But now with these properly ventilated classrooms, more students are expected to attend, and next year they expect a bumper crop of young people to come to class. That's important because in Haiti, something like 50% of the children are not attending school at all. So it can make a tremendous difference in the lives of these children in the future. And Catholic Relief Services Haiti hopes to have an even more significant impact on the residents of this community.
With many villagers, you can see here. And this is the building. This is the outside elevation I'm working on. And this will be like the floor plan. You can see like a 2-bedroom. Living room with 1 bath. This is like a 4-unit upstairs. And here, this is a school. This is outside elevation or the front elevation for a central school in the village. And here, this is the floor
Of the school.
With about 18 classes with multi-purpose room.
And all these people here are hoping that you can turn these plans into
Yes,
reality.
Yes.
And what do you need to do that?
Well, what I need to do that is money. And if you ask me where the money would come in from, I don't know.
But the homes themselves will have running water and...
There is no different than a regular apartment in the U.S.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, this is about 10 minutes from the embassy, from the U.S. embassy, this village is going to be.
3 years after the earthquake, students at the parish of Notre Dame de Altagrace are still taking their lessons wherever they can. That can be in the backyard, in the rectory, alleyways, corridors. It's because the school building has still not been restored. And progress on that effort has been very slow, according to its pastor, Father Frankie Desir. Father Desir complains that he's receiving no help from anybody, not the local diocese, not from among the many NGOs that are in Haiti. He's gotten about $20,000 from Caritas Sweden, and the rest of the money towards the restoration of the school has come from the very poor parish itself and its members. $200,000 so far. Father Frankie thinks he needs about $1 million to complete the restoration of the school, at which point he hopes to bring about 1,000 students back into a real classroom and out of the hallways of the rectory. Like Father Frankie, many Haitians have come to wonder where the billions of dollars in relief and redevelopment money has gone. They don't see a lot of progress in Port-au-Prince and the countryside of Haiti. I put that question to CRS's Haiti country representative, Darren Herseth.
That's probably the question I get the most is, has the money disappeared? Has it been wasted? Why don't we see more? And I think, just having been here 3 months, you realize that 80% of the people do live on $2 or less a day, and that was the case before the earthquake. And of course, the earthquake is an enormous setback for really any country. And then since then, you've had cholera. In my time here, we've had 2 tropical storms. So there is a continuous challenges, and I think a lot of money has come down here, and you realize a lot of it is life saving. It's providing shelter and emergency services, and of course, what you really can't see the result of that work as clearly as you can reconstruction or building. Mm-hmm. People here, we have gone from life saving to reconstruction of communities, and then eventually work on development. And so the road is going to be long. It's difficult to say money is wasted. It's just not as visible to people because people really are living on a day-to-day basis, and a lot of that money went to help them through that very, very difficult time.
So the first year was an extraordinarily expensive emergency life-saving response.
Absolutely, and of course now we've gone to really helping people resettle in communities with water and sanitation. And of course we're fortunate that we've been here so long, and we're fortunate that we work with the church, who is really the best partner you can have in Haiti, to work on some of the long-term issues. And long-term we mean education, working with the Catholic Episcopal Education Commission, really long-term initiatives on teacher training, establishment of parent-teachers associations, and of course we're doing that with Notre Dame University in the U.S. That's one example. Another example is healthcare, the reconstruction of Saint Francois de Sales Hospital, which is going to be a 200-bed state-of-the-art teaching hospital, and of course we'll link that with other faith-based hospitals in Haiti. That's a long-term structural change. And then of course we're working on the issue of housing. We built over 10,000 temporary shelters, which have been, I'm sure, a real blessing for those that have been in camps. But we've really got to take that farther, and that's a long-term issue of land and land rights, and really helping people get into permanent homes. So for us, we're fortunate to be here. We're fortunate to have the support of our many donors to allow us to both do life-saving, reconstruction, and then of course the long-term structural changes that need to be made.
Now CRS has been here since 1954. You're having your 60th anniversary, if I'm doing my math right.
That's correct.
Very soon. Do you think 60 years from now CRS will still be in Haiti?
Well, we hope not. I mean, we have left many countries over the years, and of course our work is with the church. Our work is with the Education Commission. We work with them in health. We work with the local Caritas. So our hope is that we won't be here 60 years from now, that we'll be in a role that we are in many other countries in South America and in other places that we work.
Okay, and let's hope we can be here soon for the reopening of this cathedral, which remains sort of as a pink and pastel skeleton of its former glory. I'm Kevin Clark. It's AmericaMagazine.org from Port-au-Prince, Haiti.